time now to welcome on board Mr. Jitendra Mamtora. He's the CMD at Transformers and Rectifiers. Hi, Mr. Mamtora. Good to be speaking with you. Let's begin by discussing the latest news flow, and that's been about this 230 crore order that you've bagged from Power Grid. Apart from this order as well, the order inflow momentum has been quite decent of late. Talk to us about what was the order inflow like in the 9 months. What are you expecting in the next 12 months in terms of the pipeline now?
See, there are a lot of orders in the pipeline, but now, as on today, the total order book position is something like 2,600 crores. And then about 10,000 crore, more than 10,000 crore of orders in the pipeline, whether from the central utility or from the state utility. Apart from some of the export orders, which we are expecting to have in the near future. Now, the challenge will be the execution. More than the execution, it will be looking at the market scenario all over India and all over the world for the requirement of the transformers. The challenge will be the availability of the raw material for us. So unless we have lined up quite a bit, but it is becoming difficult day by day. Because all the suppliers who had limited production capacity are fully booked one way or the other. There is also the export demand, but so they are focusing more on the export market. Everybody is doing that. So we are now focusing more on how to arrange for this raw material, maybe in the near future, or we are also thinking of going for a capex for the manufacturing of the raw material which is required, or so to say, for backward integration. We have started working on that, and in another 7 to 8 months, maybe the facility for the extra material will be available with us.
How much orders are you getting from Ukraine and Russia? Because last time when we spoke to you, you were looking at participating in the rebuilding of Ukraine.
See, the Ukraine is, I don't know what is happening in Ukraine, because it was the scrutiny of the tenders was given to one of the top 4 management units. And they have found some irregularity in it, so it seems to be on hold for the time being. Because nothing is moving there. Neither they are buying transformers. They are buying whatever they are buying in a very little quantity from the nearby countries wherever it is available.
Your phone is ringing. Take the call?
Yeah.
Okay, can I come to you?
Yeah, please.
Okay. Your EBITDA margin is just 10%. You're targeting to reach the industry average of 12%. Will that come in because of size, capacity, operating leverage?
Say again, please.
No, your EBITDA your margins right now are 10%, which is lower than the industry average of 12%. What is the plan to take it higher to industry average?
See, the EBITDA margin will definitely go up with this kind of demand going up. Everybody has quoted with a higher MSR. Everyone, and you can see that we are not the exception. Everyone is fully booked for another 16 to 18 months, most of the manufacturers. So whoever are quoting now are quoting with much higher MSR than they were quoting earlier. So this will go up, there is no doubt about it. In this month, in this year, or not this year, but the next year is going to go up. And maybe, it may not be marginal, it may be substantial, but we can't say anything, because what is happening is, the rider will be that the raw material prices as such are back to back, but that is only for the commodity. So the value addition which is done by the supplier is not included in this. So what we get is only the commodity prices, increase in the commodity prices. But the job work charges or the margin of the suppliers has also gone up, so that is not included in it. So they may cut off some of our margins which we have initially thought of. So it will be the hindrance, but it will be definitely much more than 10%. How much, that only time will say, because we are also trying to get into the backward integration. We have done quite a bit, and we are going for much more than what we have done in the past, or we have planned. So this is going to be a major capex for us, because if the raw material suppliers or the components or the other manufacturing material which we require for manufacturing transformers are not available, then whatever orders we have, we will be in trouble. So we are working on that, just to ensure that though we have lined up for another 6 to 8 months, but beyond that we have to see how we are going to do and how we are going to take this forward.
So I also wanted to get in, though you've briefly touched upon that, but what is the export outlook also going forward? And say in the next 2 to 3 years, you think the domestic business will be growing faster or exports?
See, both will go faster. Now it will be you who has to decide whether you want to focus more on the export or more on the local market. But our strategy will always be that we'll be doing not more than 30-35% of exports in whatever conditions. We will give focus more on the local market, because that local market is sustainable, and we know that it is going to happen. Like there are electrification going on, the green hydrogen, production of the green hydrogen, renewables. So many things are happening in India, that India's growth will be definitely much bigger than what we have anticipated. Like Adani and Reliance, they are coming up with huge capacity expansion in hydrogen. It's just the beginning, and so is L&T. So all these people are getting into this green hydrogen. Beside that, there are bigger players also, but not as big as Adani and Reliance. But ECME and renewables, they are also into this, and they are also trying to get into green hydrogen. Some of them have got the export orders for, or the funds also for the green hydrogen production in the neighboring countries. So everything, the requirement is going to be huge, and so everybody is in the mode of expansion, whether a small player or the companies which were not doing well, they have also started doing well of late. So this is a good sign. We need more suppliers. Otherwise, China will take over, and we will have more of import from China. So we have to really increase our capacity. All of the Indian companies has to increase their capacity. We are doing that. We are in the process of doing it. And as I said, it will happen in another 6 to 8 months.
Okay, Mr. Mamtora, on that note, we'll let you go. Thank you so much for making time and speaking with us.